Hi, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello sa inyong lahat. At ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon ay patungkol sa isang uri ng text type. So this is informational persuasive text type. So we are tasked to distinguish text types according to purpose. So ang purpose ay to persuade. Slideshow natin. So ang milk po natin ay distinguish text types according to purpose. Or ito ngang persuade. So these are objectives that will help us identify some characteristics or features of a persuasive informational text type, write a phrase or sentence from the article that demonstrate a particular characteristics or feature. So when an informational text type aims to persuade, its writers wants to win the readers to his or her point of view. So ang pinaka-main purpose po ng informational text type na ito ay to persuade, to convey, or paniwalain yung mga readers niya doon sa kanyang point of view. Kumbaga, gusto mo na sila ay maniwala doon sa iyong sinulat na impormasyon. Or kailangan nilang maniwala. So meron po tayong mga characteristics or features ng isang persuasive informational text type. So bali mga 9 yata yun. So first is appeals to emotions. So bakit kailangan may emotions? So what feelings are being stirred in us? So kinakailangan kapag magsusulat ka ng isang informational text, kinakailangan mahikayat mo sila sa pamamagitan ng emosyon. Depende kung ano emosyon, masaya ba, malungkot. So meron po ako dito example ng text type. Ito po ay galing sa sulat ni Shelo Fernando. So 10 reasons to love the Philippines even more. 10 things that will make you fall in love with the Philippines by Shelo Fernando. So sa paragraph 3, basahin ko. Great diving and surfing spots. Diving enthusiasts around the world just can't get enough of the fantastic Philippine diving spots. Some tourists make their way to the Philippines to train or get their diving licenses because of its tropical nature and a reputation as a great vacation destination. Some popular spots are found in Coron, Palawan, Upper Reef in Occidental Mindoro, and Monad Shoal in Cebu. Another thing, the Philippines boasts of its amazing surfing spots. Some people from across the world travel here just to feel the adrenaline rush from surfing the Philippine waters. Surfing spots in the Philippines that are worth the visit include Siargao, country's surfing capital, Baler in Aurora Province, and La Union. So ano yung emotions na mafe-feel noong reader kapag binasa niya to? So sa akin, sa palagay ko, yung excitement, diba? Happiness. So excited sila na puntahan or ma-curious ba sila? Diba? Kung nagsasabi ba ito ng totoo. So pupuntahan nila. Excited sila. They are excitement. Next is appeals to target audience. Bakit kinakailangan ng target audience? So, ang writer, kinakailangan talaga niyang magsulat ng isang composition na may target audience. Diba? May specific audience po silang tina-target. For example, Is it targeted at children, college students, or women? So yun, depende sa topic na ginawa nila or sinulat nila. For example, kung ang topic nila is it's all about field trip, so ang target audience nila dun ay children. So depende sa topic ang targeted audience nila nung writer. Wait lang, amin nag-text. Okay. So may example dito. Grand festivals. So galing pa rin ito kay sa sulat ni Shello Fernando. So when it comes to parties and festivities, Filipinos take it seriously. In fact, each province has its own festival. They are vibrant, colorful, lively, and grand. These Philippine festivals showcase the country's culture and the locals' creativity. Many feature colorful costumes, painted bodies, and crazy beautiful street dance performances. Tourists from all over the world visit the Philippines not just to see its beautiful beaches and breathtaking sights, but also to experience the country's grand festival that, without a doubt, makes it more fun in the Philippines. So sa tingin nyo, ano yung targeted audience dito? Yung local tourists at saka yung foreign visitors, yung mga yung mga foreign yung tourists natin. Sila po yung targeted audience dito. At saka mga adventurer, yan. Sila yung mga targeted audience sa ano na ito, sa part ng paragraph na to, yung grand festivals. Mga outgoing person. Next is appeals to the bandwagon effect. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng bandwagon effect? For example, everybody's wearing this band. So what are you waiting for? So ito yung isang klase ng propaganda technique or effect na kung saan kung ang isang tao ay nagsusuot ng isang sikat na brand na shoes, for example, Nike or Adidas, ay gagayahin na yun ng karamihan. Yun din yung bibilhin nila. Kumbaga kung ano yung nasa uso, yun yung famous or popular. Yun din yung bibilhin ng karamihan. For example, yung Korean products, katulad nito, yan. Ay, hindi kita. Di ba? So kung makikita nila yung mga mahilig sa Korean movies, ganyan. Diba? So lahat ng products ay bibilhin nila. So kung ano yung makita nila sa mga favorite actors nila, yun yung bibilhin nila. So let us see if meron dito. So galing pa rin ito sa kay Shello Fernando, Grand Festival. When it comes to parties and festivities, ito pa rin yung kanina. So ano yung bandwagon dito? Alamin natin. Okay, nasa first paragraph pa? Nasa second or nasa third? Okay, nasa third paragraph. Yung tourists from all over the world visit the Philippines not just to see its beautiful beaches and breathtaking sights, but also to experience the country's grand festival that, without a doubt, make it more fun in the Philippines. So, kung makikita kung mababasa ito ng reader, so sa tingin niya, lahat ay gustong pumunta doon, so pupunta na rin siya doon. Susubukan na rin yung pumunta doon sa mga amazing place sa Philippines. Next is uses the celebrity appeal. So bakit gumagamit ng celebrity appeal? Siyempre, kung famous at nakita yun ng mga fans nila, yun yung bibilhin nila, yun yung gagamitin nilang product. So ganito din dito sa persuasive informational text. So a famous and glamorous celebrity uses this for example. So kung nakita natin sa television yun, na yun yung ginagamit na soap, So yun din yung bibilhin natin at gagamitin natin. Okay, so maganda din siyang technique or features sa isang persuasive text. For example, Shelo pa rin to, paragraph 4. Shelo Fernando na informational text. So it is entitled Exquisite Pinoy Cuisine. Mispronounce pa. Okay, ulitin ko. Exquisite Pinoy Cuisine. With more than 7,000 islands and rich history, the Philippines has some delicious dishes of its own. And there's more to Filipino food than the mind-boggling balut, or what we call duck embryo. And when in the Philippines, one should not miss its famous adobo. The pork or chicken meat is marinated in vinegar and soy sauce. It's easy to prepare, so it's very common in the country. Lechon is also something worth trying. The entire pig is roasted over coals with a crisped golden brown skin served with liver sauce, the most coveted part. Everyone loves this. Even the late world famous chef Anthony Bourdain, he won't say it's the best pig ever for nothing. So let us identify the appeal to celebrity appeal. So alin dito sa paragraph? So sa paragraph 3, even the late world famous chef Anthony Bourdain, he once say it's the best pig ever for nothing. So yun appeals to celebrity appeal. Okay, uses celebrity appeal. Next is gives facts and examples. So pag sinabi natin facts and examples, so kaya nga yung sinabi natin informational text. It gives true information. Okay? It gives true informations and examples. So it creates an air of truthfulness and authority. So kinakailangan kung magpe-persuade ka, kinakailangan totoo din yung mga information na na pinagkuhanan mo. Para maniwala yung readers. Mas maniwala. Diba? Kung may evidences ka. Or examples, facts and examples. For example, basahin natin itong kinuha kong excerpt sa gawa ni Jessa Tech Inc. Okay? 13 Reasons Why You Should Travel to the Philippines Now by Jessa Tech Inc. Okay? Ito po yung sources. Source. Pwede nyo siyang basahin ng buo. Okay? It is entitled Natural Wonders Unique to the Philippines. The Philippines is blessed with unique natural wonders. Be in awe when you do the Puerte Princesa Underground River Tour, which will take you to the Puerte Princesa Subterranean River National Park. It's the longest navigable underground river in the world and is both a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of nature. The Puerte Princesa Underground River features an underground river cave system with impressive stalactites and stalagmites formations. So, ano yung hinahanap natin dito? Facts and examples. So, halos lahat ng words dito, phrases, sentences dito sa paragraph ay facts and examples. Okay, saan yun? Philippines is blessed with unique natural wonders. For example siya dito, Puerto Princesa Underground River Tour, tsaka yung Subterranean River National Park. Pati ito, it's the longest navigable underground river in the world and is both a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of nature. Yan po yung facts. At nagbigay po siya ng example dito. Yung Puerto Princesa Underground River features an underground river cave system with impressive stalactites and stalagmites formation. So yan po yung giving facts and example. Next is telling stories. Okay, every persuasive informational text tells story. Why? It is kind of a characteristic where you entertains and wins the audience heart. Kung sasamahan natin ng mga kwento galing sa ating mga experiences or ibang other person's experiences, mas paniniwala sila at mas mahihikayat sila. Okay? So, ito pa rin ay galing kay Sheila Fernando. Okay, paragraph 5. Ridiculously good people. May it be to locals or foreigners, Filipinos are warm-hearted people. They are caring, respectful, hardworking, and full of possibilities even in hard times. Filipinos are naturally empathetic. A loved one's problem becomes everyone's problem. They hold each other's hand. They hardly leave their loved ones alone, and they constantly check in with each other, whether through text calls, Skype, or other social media platforms. Filipinos respect their relatives and they treat the elderly with great fondness. They grab their hand and put it against their forehead. This gesture of pagmamano is so deeply ingrained in their culture that it has become the greatest symbol of affection in the family. Filipinos don't discriminate, and that is why they are highly ranked for service, hospitality, and care-related jobs. So kung mapapansin nyo, no, may telling stories, may dinidescribe nila kung gaano warm-hearted at ka-caring, respectful, hardworking at yung mga Filipino, di ba? So hindi ko na isa-isahin dito. Basahin nyo, i-pause nyo ito, tingnan nyo dito yung stories. Yes, second paragraph, third paragraph. I-pause nyo na lang itong video. Next is uses powerful verbs and vivid adjectives. So, ito yung language features na meron ang persuasive informational text. We use powerful verbs and vivid adjectives to strengthen, di ba? And to really convey the reader. So these are example verbs. Cash in, win, challenge, conquer. Ito naman yung adjectives. Captivating, gorgeous, crucial, daring. So malaki talaga yung effect ng paggamit ng ganitong mga words. Tulad ng powerful verbs and adjectives. Wait lang, may nag-chat sa akin. Mamaya ko na ngayon. Okay, ito yung example. So, ito ay excerpt doon sa 13 Reasons Why You Should Travel to the Philippines Now by Jessa Tech Inc. So, dito gumamit ng powerful verbs and vivid adjective. So, isa-isahin na lang natin. Hindi ko nababasahin to. Blessed is verb. Unique is adjective. Oh, yan. Saka saan pa dito? Itong navigable, underground. Okay? Nasaan pa ba yan? At saka itong impressive. Yan po yung mga powerful verbs and vivid adjectives na makikita natin sa persuasive informational text. Next is uses you in addressing the readers. For example, you will be mesmerized. So, ibig sabihin nito, gumagamit tayo ng you appeal para mas mapalapit tayo sa reader. Okay? Para yung feeling ng reader, sila yung kausap natin. Para bang magkausap tayo sa real life. Parang ganon. Yung writer at saka reader ay magkausap sa real life. Parang close sila. So, yun yung kaya gumagamit ng you appeal. Para ma-feel ng reader na sila talaga yung kausap doon or sila talaga yung audience doon sa text na ginawa na writer. Okay, for example, so kay Shelo Fernando pa rin to, paragraph number 1, breathtaking views. So alin kaya dito yung you appeal? So babasahin ko lang dito yung you appeal. So, you to a wonderland where it seems as though you'd walked straight into a postcard. So yun yung you appeal. At saka dito sa second paragraph, yung and just like that, you'll be in a state of bliss. So yun po yung you appeal. Gumamit ng you appeal dito sa dalawang paragraphs. Next is uses, dialogues, and questions. So pwede tayong, kung magsusulat tayo ng persuasive information na text, pwede tayong maglagay ng dialogue doon sa paragraph natin or questions. Pwede sa first paragraph, sa introduction natin, sa body, or sa conclusion. Depende na sa strategy nyo kung saan nyo ilalagay or kung ano yung hinihingi ng topic nyo. For example, have you ever been blown away by a gorgeous beach? Okay. No, you have never been to blank. Okay, so ito yung example. So kay Tech-in pa rin to, nagaling. Paragraph number 13, fun nightlife with Filipinos. Pagkatan ako ito, masakit na lamunan ko. Okay, basahin ko to. As one of the happiest people in the world, Filipinos know how to throw the best parties, be it in the city or in the pristine white sand beaches and islands. Want a beach party under the stars? Head over to the island of Boracay, where you can do a pub crawl. Do you like partying, like overlooking the city scrapers? Check out the bars in Bonifacio Global City or BGC in Taguig. Are you more into hips, speakeasies, and laid-back bars? There's Poblacion Makati strip of nightclubs and bars. Whether you like your parties loud or low-key, Filipinos sure know how to do it. So dito ang ginamit ay questions, kung mapapansin nyo. So basahin ko lang yung questions dito. Want a beach party under the stars? Okay, isa yan. Do you like partying while overlooking the city scrapers? And are you more into hip speakeasies and laid-back bars? So yun yung mga questions dito. Pwede tayong gumamit ng questions tapos dadagdagan lang natin ng supporting details or answers doon sa questions na nilagay natin sa ating paragraph. Next is uses imperative sentences. What is this imperative sentences? For example, buy, limited supply. Okay, skip natin yan. So pag sinabi natin imperative sentence, an imperative sentence is used when giving directions, instruction, order, advice, or when making a request. Ito po yung ibig sabihin ng imperative sentence. Kapag yung sentence ay nagbibigay ng direksyon, ng panuto, ng order, or advice, or isang request, yun ay tinatawag natin imperative sentence. Minsan gumagamit ng exclamation point ang imperative sentence or period lang. For example, pag-order, eat your vegetable. Pag-advise, do not take a cold drink with an empty stomach. Pag-order naman, exercise daily. Kung given direction naman po, turn left, then you go straight ahead. It's the house with a big blue gate. And request naman, please give me your address. So balik tayo dito sa number 7. Kay Shelo Fernando ito. Entitled Dynamic Nightlife. Contrary to what others think, Filipinos are not dull and boring. They know how to party too. In fact, there are many great bars in the country that take the party scene to the next level. enjoy a pub crawl publication in Makati, or go to Bonifacio City, a global city, or Ortigas to get the best city views, breezy outer escapes, and chic spots that are sure to have you sipping and toasting all night long. So alin po dito yung imperative sentence? Nasa first paragraph pa or nasa second paragraph? So, napansin ko dito nasa second paragraph siya. So ito yon. Enjoy a pub crawl at publication in Makati, or go to Bonifacio Global City or Ortigas to get the best city views, breezy outdoors escape. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? Pagod magbasa. Okay? So any question po? Kung may question po kayo, just leave a comment. Okay? So ito po yung task natin, dear grade 5s, grade 5 pupils. Kindly read this article, Why Go to the Philippines? Top 10 Reasons to Love Philippines by Mela Villarreal, page 207 to 209, and identify the characteristic of persuasive informational text type. Wait lang. Break muna. Water break. Okay, babasahin ko ito, tapos kayo na po ang magsasagot noong mga paragraphs na ito or items. Identify nyo yung mga characteristic ng persuasive informational text type na ginamit sa paragraph na babasahin ko. Okay. Okay, ito yun 10 yun. Appeal to emotion, appeal to target audience, bandwagon appeal, celebrity appeal, facts and examples, tell stories, verbs and vivid adjectives, you appeal, dialogue and questions, imperative sentences. Okay, let me read. Breathtaking beaches. Philippines is consisted of 7,107 islands. That fact alone would definitely be the most obvious reason why there are quite a handful of beaches in the country. Most of these beaches attract more than 1,000 of tourists every single year. Philippines boasts of world-class shorelines. What's great about them is what they could come in white, gray, pink, and cream. So whichever color of sand you fancy, there's a beach that would definitely suit your taste. So anong appeal ang ginamit dito? First is appeal to emotion, appeal to target audience, bandwagon appeal. At may ginamit din naman sila dito kahit konting vivid adjectives and verbs. Second, it's more than just a tourist place. Yup, aside from the great number of places you could hang out in the Philippines, one of the truest gems of the country are the Filipinos. Filipinos are probably the most hospitable and sociable people you would ever get to meet. Well, at least most of them are. They are also quite jolly people that even in the dearest situation, they still find reasons to laugh. Most of the foreigners who come here don't just fall in love with the places, but they also fall in love with the Filipino as well as a colorful culture that they have. So, facts and examples, appeal to emotions, appeal to target audience, vivid verbs and adjectives, verbs and vivid adjectives. At kung hindi pa ako nasabi, i-comment nyo lang sa comment box. Okay, third paragraph. Taste bud, tickling food trips. Filipinos have a distinct cuisine. Most of the dishes here either uses Alamang or shrimp paste, Bagoong or fermented fish paste, Patis or fish sauce, and Balao, the dried shrimp paste, as flavoring, especially that of the vegetable dishes. Other Filipino signature dishes are the bulalo, kare-kare, pinapaitan, and sinanglaw, lechon, and sisig. Each province have their own take on several dishes. So it's quite very interesting to drop by food stall when you're visiting a new place. So sa tingin ko, verbs and vivid adjectives and facts and examples. Kung may kulang pa ako sa sinabi ko, i-comment na lang sa comment box. Okay, number 4, exotic food everywhere. Sakit sa lalo muna na. Filipinos are very crafty. They could find lots of ways to utilize things that are mostly considered useless by others. So, it would not really be surprising to find a variety of exotic food in this country. There's the classic isaw, or grilled chicken intestines, the gizzards, the Betamax or blood cubes, or fried chicken skin or Adidas, grilled chicken's foot, and chicken nuggets or fried gizzard. These are commonly sold all around the country, and most likely you'll find them on the streets where people usually walk to. So may bandwagon effect, tsaka yung vivid verbs, adjectives, tsaka yung powerful verbs and vivid adjective, kabaliktad, tsaka facts and examples. Number 5, fresh bounties are up for grabs. The Philippines, being a highly agricultural country, takes pride on several of its bounties like fresh fruits, vegetables, and good pieces of meat. There's the good quality rice grains from Nueva Ecija, fruits and vegetable from La Trinidad, Guimaras, Bukidnon, and Davao. Okay, vivid adjectives, tsaka yung tawag dito, facts and examples. Number 6, colorful culture, colorful experience. The Philippines has a very colorful history, having been colonized by the Spaniards, American, and Japanese. Take note that other countries also try to invade this country, like Britain and China. So, you could most likely see a lot of different cultural imprints all around the country, which makes Philippines all the more interesting. So you can see the different influences through the architecture of some buildings as well as in the language and in the social behavior of the Filipinos. Okay, target to audience, emotions, facts and examples, tell stories, verb and vivid adjective. And kung may nakalimutan, yun, you appeal. Okay, meron na dito. Okay, number 7. Budget traveling is doable here. Now, if you would try Googling featured destinations and try computing for the total expenses, you would definitely see a huge difference with regards to the food, accommodation, and miscellaneous expenses in the Philippines versus that of the other countries. Traveling to Philippines is quite cheaper than in other places. The currency exchange rate alone tells much of the difference. Appeal to emotions, appeal to target audience, bandwagon the feed, facts and example, verbs, and vivid adjective. Tingnan natin kung may ano dito. Yan, you appeal. Meron din. Okay, number 8. There's a plenty of first time here. Everyone wants to experience something unique. It makes the travel experience memorable. If I may say, in the Philippines, there's plenty of things that will surely be your first. Like first time to say para, to stop to the jeepney driver, to stop, or to sip a warm piece of balut while drinking beer by the seawall, indulge in a cup full of special halo-halo, take a collegiate ride to venture through the farmlands, and eat some Filipino street foods while strolling around the streets. Okay, so telling stories, verbs and vivid adjectives, appeal to emotions, bandwagon appeal, facts and example. O may kulang pa sa sinabi ko, comment in the section, comment box. Number 9, it's brimming with history and heritage. Just recently, UNESCO declared Vigan City as one of the heritage cities of the world and the Puerto Princesa underground river as one of the 7 wonders of nature. Then there are also other heritage sites like Poway Church, Mayagaw Church, San Agustin Church, and Santa Maria Church. Okay. Facts and examples. Then verbs and vivid adjectives. Number 10, everything is more fun here. Okay, everything is definitely more fun here in the Philippines. For the adventure, to the experience, to the quality time you get to spend with your folks and travel buddy, and to the new memories that you will get to treasure for the rest of your life. Okay, you appeal. Tsaka yung tawag nito, verbs and middle adjectives. Okay, try to read this this example of persuasive text. Okay, if you have questions, leave a comment. Okay, these are references that I pinagkuhanan ko. Pwede nyo ditong kunin. So, yun lang po. I hope you learned something. Bye-bye. Peace out.